Okay, now we're going to sew up our outer fabric, our piece of burlap. You want the right sides together, so that means the burlap on the inside and the muslin on the outside. Fold it in half so the dots match up like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to use a 1/2 inch seam allowance, and we're going to sew from this edge all the way down to this edge, and the same on the other side. So match your edges up. So start, back stitch a little bit. Go right along, keeping a 1/2 inch. Back stitch again. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing again on the other side using a 1/2 inch inseam. Back stitch at the end. Okay, so now that we have our outside edges sewn together, we need to do the bottom corners to make it a flat bottom of the bag. So what we do is, now you have to be careful not to cut your stitches. We're going to trim some off of the corner, reduce some of that bulk. And same thing on this side. Be very careful not to cut your stitches. Now I'm going to take this over to my ironing board, and I'm going to press the seams open like this. Okay, so we have our seams pressed open now. We're going to take this and flatten it right down towards the center to make a triangle, where this is the center point of the triangle. Now we're supposed to go 2 inches across. So you can see between this, the 17 and the 15, that's 2 inches. So I want it right there. So I'm going to mark it. There isn't the best marker to be using, but I'll know when I sew it that I want to sew right along the outside edge of the mark. We'll do the same thing to the other side. Of course, this is going to be on the inside, so you won't be able to see these marks. Okay, I'm going to sew our box corners now. Like I said, I'm going to sew right along the outside of this line because I use such a thick marker. So we're going to sew and then back stitch and then sew all the way across and then back stitch. Clip our threads. And then do the same on the other side. Make sure your seam lays flat under the presser foot as you're sewing. Take your time, don't try to go too fast. That's when little mistakes like that are want to happen. Alright, so now we're going to cut the corners off. You can either use scissors or you can use your rotary cutter. You want to cut about 1/8 inch past your stitch line. That's thick stuff, so make sure you press down hard. There we go. And now we have boxy corners, which you'll be able to see once we turn it back right side out. You can see here, because the burlap is so thick and has structure to it with the muslin on here, you should probably take this. You can see the triangle where it was folded. You don't want that there, so take it back over to the ironing board and give it another press.